Greetings to our followers on Arise Football, and once again, you're welcome to this platform. So, the UEFA Champions League is over and done with. Congratulations to Achraf Hakimi, who is now Africa's most titled players with 19 trophies. He's one more than the legend Samuel Eto'o. But we're doing this episode as part of our coverage of the 2026 World Cup, looking at the hopes of African teams. We started with Senegal the last time, and today we're going to look at Morocco, who, in my opinion, together with Senegal, represent the biggest hopes for the continent of Africa to be in this competition. So Morocco have a very amazing team. Actually, they've gone with Yassine Bono in goal, Moni El Kadri, and Reda Tagnuti. Now, Yassine Bono, over the past few years, we all know has been one of the best goalkeepers on the African continent. We've seen his performances in the CAF Champions League, also with the Moroccan national team. He was actually the keeper in Qatar when Morocco made it to the semi-finals, and we also saw his performances in the African Cup of Nations this past year. So Bono, in my opinion, has been the most consistent goalkeeper from the African continent, and Morocco having him in goal is such an amazing advantage for them in the US. In defense, they have Nasri Mazraoui from Manchester United, Anas Salah Edine, Youssef Belrami, Ashraf Hakimi, who has just won his 19th club trophy with PSG and arguably still Africa's best player at this point in time. Zakaria El Hanwandi, Nayev Aged, Shad Riyad, Redwani Halhal, and Issa Diop. That's a very solid Moroccan defense team. And if everyone is fit, which we expect all of them to be, then it seems like Morocco have themselves covered in defense. In midfield, this is where it gets really, really interesting for Morocco. This Samir El Marabed, Aya Banwadi, El Anawi, Sofian Amrabat, Aze Anwai, Ben Canwes, and Ismail Sabiri. Now, it's a very solid Moroccan midfield. Sofian Amrabat has been in this team for quite a while, and he's such an experienced midfielder. And just like Senegal, Morocco have themselves covered in every important compartment of the pitch. In goal, they have Yassine Bono, who is very experienced. In defense, they have someone like Majwari, who's also equally very experienced. And in midfield, Sofian Amrabat is going to be there to actually see that this Moroccan team is very compact. In attack, they have Abde, who plays in Spain, trained by Barcelona, of course. They have Talbi, they have Rahimi, they have Kabi, they have Brahim Diaz, who missed the unfortunate penalty against Senegal in the AFCON. But we've been seeing his performances with the national team. He's been a very consistent player. There's also Jessim Yassin, and there is Armanoy. So it's a very solid Moroccan team that is going to represent Africa in the United States. And my biggest worry with Morocco is the fact that they are not as physical as I expected them to be. Right? Morocco play good technical football. They have technicians, but if a game gets too physical, sometimes they can struggle. We saw that in the African Cup of Nations final against Senegal last year, and the Moroccans kind of struggled a bit. So the Lions of Morocco find themselves in a group that includes Brazil, Scotland, and Haiti. It's a group which kind of expect Brazil to go through pretty much easily, but Morocco are going to have to battle it out with Scotland in second spot. That's if it needs to get to that point. Also, Haiti, being that the World Cup is played kind of like on home turf, because I mean America is very close to Haiti, so somehow they could cause an upset. So it's going to be a very tricky group for Morocco. Not one that we expect them to get out of very easily, because Scotland too are quite a promising team. They have a young team, but Morocco play Brazil in their first game on Sunday, June 14. They play Scotland on June 20th, and also play Haiti in the last game on June 25th. But like I said, I would have preferred Morocco to start against Haiti rather than play Brazil first. But that first game is very important in tournament football. If you want to impress, if you want to go far, you must do well in the first game. So the Moroccans cannot really afford to be complacent against Brazil or Scotland, hoping to pick qualification only on the final day against Haiti, because you never know. Before the final game, you may already be eliminated. So Morocco needs to avoid getting defeated by Brazil at all costs. But of course, they can because they were semi-finalists in the last competition. So I expect Morocco to do absolutely well. Senegal are my favorites, but Morocco carry Africa's hope as well, just as much as Senegal. So thank you. Next, we'll be looking at the prospect of South Africa.